Alright, welcome to the 98th JavaScript UI work. So in this video we are going to see how to create this vertical tab using JavaScript. We are going to see how to create the tab. Tab is already created with the help of Bootstrap, and this section is getting changed dynamically on button click, and there is a slow animation from bottom to top. So I have already created the HTML. We will just work on the CSS and JavaScript. So if you want to follow, I will leave the link of the files which I am creating in the description so that you can follow along. Now to just start, we have a container, so that is the reason why we have left and right padding, and I have used the Bootstrap 4, and inside the container we have a row, and this is the first column which holds all the buttons, and the second row which holds all the images. And now this is the container, this is the row, and the first column has the button. So you can see the button has tab links class, and these are the Bootstrap class. We are not going to focus these classes on JavaScript, but we will focus the tab link on the JavaScript. Just notice the tab link, and then let me copy it. Just notice the tab link, and then get into the function called OpenCity. If you see OpenCity, there are two events, two argument passed. So this is really important. You can give any name. I'm just giving event so that we can identify which button we have clicked, and the second one is the identifier. Likewise, if you see, we have three buttons, and we have three different section of images, and to identify uniquely, I have given the first event. You say this is London, and this is the ID of the first div, and this is Paris, and this is the ID of the second div, and as you guessed it right, this is going to be the ID of the third div. And first we are passing the event, you can give any name, and the second one is the ID. We will be accessing this just to know on which button we have clicked. And if you see, we have the class anime. This will help you to animate, and I have not shown the anime class on the project, but we will work on it now. And if you see, we have the main div which holds the tab, and inside the tab we have a row. These two classes going to play a huge role in our JavaScript. So tab and row, and then we have animate class. Now let's style the tab link. Tab link is already styled. You see, if I give class active to this, on button click, this is how it is going to be. And I don't need this class because it is overriding. We leave it blue at itself. We have tab link, and then we have tab content. Let's get the tab content and start styling it. We want the height to be 300 pixel, and I want the overflow to be none. So if I refresh, let me hard refresh, it is not getting affected. So let's give a class main holder. Let's give the main holder the height and overflow. Let me inspect and check where we are making a mistake. We have to choose a container, so here the container is going to be the main, and overflow hidden is not working. Let me use important. Actually, overflow hidden, it's not none, my bad. Refresh this, and now you see only the first section is getting visible. If I make the height 600, you could see two sections. You could see two sections. I just need only one section to be visible at one time. Let us make this 300. So that is clear. And on the row, select the row. Here we have main header, then we have tab content, and then we have a row. Let's get the row and start using the animation name from from bottom. In the duration, and then let's start defining the animation at the rate keyframes animation name, and on 0th time frame what it should do, and on 100th time frame what it should do. On 0th time frame, the translate y need to be 100, and on 100th time frame, that means after 2 seconds, it need to be at the 0th position, so it will come from bottom to top. So if I refresh, you see it is coming from bottom to top. And if you want to increase the duration, you can do it. I need to decrease it, you see. And if you want, you can give the margin between the margin between the tab content as 300 pixel, and now you can give the width as height as 400. We'll give bottom. So I hope this is clear. I leave it to you. You can work on it depending upon your requirement. And once this is done, and if you want to style it even more, you can do it. Just like I want the first image over here, and the second image over here, and the third image over here. So let's select this image and place it over here, and give display flex property. Actually, let's use this on the first so that we can see what is really happening. Get the second one and drop it here, remove this, refresh it. Let us make this 6, and this is going to be let's make this 10. Refresh it. Let's remove the class row and add a display flex. So this is the main container. I want only this to be of display flex, and flex direction row. Let me see what is the class, and it is flex row. Flex column comes in the full form. Let me remove the hide and animation for now, so that we can see what is actually happening. One, two, and then the fourth one. You got it. I want it to be column, and the top one display flex. So if you see flex direction column, works fine. And then we have to use align self for this. And let's give the height of 80%. Let's try to close this and check. Align self. I want align self center, so I'll use align self center. Refresh this, and let's add padding left of 5. Padding bottom 2. Cool. Now it's just time to increase the width of this. Let us make this 600 by 600. Cool. Now we just have to copy paste this whole section, and let's give unique class to this. On animate start. We don't need the row, but we need on animate start. Copy the whole section and replace the row. And as you see, this is coming from this image is coming from the ID, that is the URL. We need to change the random number, so you can make this anything: 31, 32, 33, 11, 12, 13, 51, 61, 71. Now if I refresh, every image will be unique. Cool, isn't it? Now let's uncomment the animation. Let's remove the bottom and height as 800, 700, 600. Cool. Instead of 1 second, let's make this 5 seconds. 2 seconds. The problem is that the loading time. I think I have to replace the images, so I'll just copy this and use this image for every other thing. On the desktop, let me name this as a 1. So I have to replace this with 1.jpg. I'll pause it and do it. And likewise, let me choose this image for the second row and choose this image for the third row. Cool. I have added the different images for each section, and just to give you a notice that I have added one more class, which is first row and second row. I have used the first row class just to minimize the height and width. That's it. We're not going to use the first and second row. The main classes is tab links, which is the button, and the second one the function for the tab link, and the animate class. Let's define the animate class now. Even we are not going to use the animate class for fine. Now we are not going to use the animate class on the JavaScript, but we will be using it here. Animate 1, 2 and 3, and animation first, the animation name anything, first A let's give, and 0.5. yes. The second way, second and third. Don't worry about the animation. It is not going to be the complex one. This is going to be the easy one. This is going to be coming from bottom to top. So at the rate keyframes animation name, and on 0th second and on 100th second, the same way what we have done it. Let's copy the same, but it's not going to be too far. So for now let's skip. This is going to be very big. We'll do this after completing our JavaScript. Fine. Tab links, OpenCity and tab content for each of them, and then this is it. And if you see, we have used the ID for the first button, just to remind you, on load only one div should be opened. That's the reason. This is class, and that's it. These are the classes which we are going to work on. And let's use a tab content and give display none. And now you should not see anything on the right side. Great. Now let's get into the JavaScript. Let's copy the code. So this is class document dot get elements by class name. I want all the links, so I'll use this tab link and store it into a variable. The same way I want all the tab content. This is the parent div for each content, and then we have ID document dot get element by class, get element by ID. The work of this is very small. I'll let you know what it is. This is default open and store it. Now get the tab link and use a for loop variable I equal to 0, I is greater than dot length, and increment the I. And with the help of this, what we can do is we can access individual tab link. Let me show you on the console.log. Now let's get into the inspect. Refresh this, and on the console you should notice all the tab links. The same way, let's get all the tab content as well and display all the tab content. But let's try to replace the, we don't need to replace it because it's inside the function. Now this is, we have access to all the links and we have access to all the tab content. The first thing, on page load I want to get all the tab content and add the class and add style dot display equal to block. Refresh it. It is already block, so it's not, I want it to be display none. I'm sorry for that. Display none. So already we have used for CSS display none. So if I remove this and if I run it again, it is going to be display none itself because we have used the JavaScript. Now if I make this block, refresh it, now you should see all the images. Let me, this is the actual view. Now you can see all the sections. Let me make the overflow hidden for now. Now you should see only the first section. Let's try to take this out. just to fix properly the height. Cool. Now we could see all the div and comment this overflow hidden. Now let's see, all of them is visible. Now what I need is, on page load I want to make all of them display none. So on page load everything goes off. Now what I need is, I have used the ID for each tab content, if you notice. So on clicking the button we have already a function. Let's define the function. The first one is the event EVT, and the second one is going to be the IDs passed. Now let's get this two guy over here on function. So I'm not clicking anything, so by default it is going to be display block. So let's use the CSS and make this display none. Now we got to know why do we need to use display none on the CSS. So the function is not going to get triggered until you click it. Okay, now if I use console.log, you clicked the button, refresh this and get into the inspector. Now you click on button. Now at present it is blank, and if you click on button you should see the message, you clicked the button. Great. Let us make this small. Cool. So on button click I want the class active to be added to this button. So with the help of the event, let's get at the bottom, event dot current target so if you see console.log and use EVT, and you will get all the relevant function. Refresh this, click on the button, and you see on mouse event we have so many functions. So in this function you can find the class current target. Let's see where it is. So if I search, you see this is current target. At present it is showing null. So if you see event.current target and pass it over here, you should get the button which you have clicked. Click on the Tokyo and it says undefined. Let me check again. I think it is because of the event. Let's get the same event and try it. I don't think this should be the issue, but let's try. Click on Paris and it's again undefined. Actually it was a spelling mistake which made us problem. If I refresh and click on Paris, you should get Paris. Let's remove the for loop and we have used comment this console and check again. Click on Tokyo. Now you should get Tokyo. You see you got the Tokyo. And once I get this, I want to add a class dot class name equal to active. Refresh this. If I click on Tokyo need to have the class active. We are just adding it, so plus equal to refresh. there is no sign of adding Tokyo, sorry, to adding class it is class name. Now if I refresh, click on Tokyo, click on Paris, and now you can see on each click you are adding the class. But what happens is on every click I want to remove the class active as well. So get the tab links and get the class name dot remove, and we want to remove or replace the class active with nothing. Refresh this, click on Paris, click on Tokyo. Once we replace this and we want to assign this to the class, and now you can see we are able to replace the active class on each click, and that's cool. It is because of this. And now it's time for the display block for the ID which you have clicked. So if you click on the function, the function has the ID of each div, isn't it? Now with this function it has ID, so document.getElement by ID, and pass this ID as the argument, and make the style dot display equal to block. Refresh this. Now if I click on Paris, click on Tokyo, click on London, and that is what I need. But where is the animation? For the animation we need to get the container class on animate start. So this is it, we have not replaced it. So let's refresh this, click on Paris, click on Tokyo, click on London, and that is working as we thought. Now let's make this 300. Now you can add the overflow hidden property. Cool. I believe the scope of this video is about to end, and that's it, I guess. Oh yeah, on load, if you notice, on load it is not working. So if you remember, for the first link we have used the ID default open. So let's get the ID on page load and just give the click function to it. Press this. So on page load it is getting clicked. Paris, Tokyo. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for listening.